Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to the month ahead astrology reading. Make sure you check your sun, moon and rising signs for a comprehensive view of the month. Additionally, I would recommend watching the tarot reading of the month ahead for your zodiac to get a different perspective of the month. While you will know the astrology in advance through this session, I will also send you a reminder when the astrological events are near. All you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell, and you will be notified as the events occur. I occasionally post behind the scenes meditation guidance, quizzes, and polls, which you can check for yourself in my community page, and it goes without saying that you will be notified when new videos are out, such as other zodiac readings and pick a card tarot readings too. If you prefer to cut down the guesswork about your month ahead, you can always connect with me via Etsy to get a personalized week by week, month ahead tarot reading paired with the general astrology. So enough about me, let's talk about you. So on the 1st of July, we have the Sun meeting with Mercury in your third house of communication, siblings, and short distance travels. So there can be some news you hear, maybe regarding your home and family situation, or it can be pertaining to something that brings you a sense of emotional security and comfort. It is also likely that you're making some plans to visit somewhere close to water, maybe going on a beach, taking a bit of a break, getting away from your daily obligations as well, so that you can feel reinvigorated and re-inspired. You're also feeling more harmony in this time. So yes, it's a pretty nice aspect for you guys. Now, on the 2nd of the month, we have Venus in Leo squaring with Uranus in your sign. So I think you're familiar with the squares with Uranus already. We had a lot of Saturn square Uranus in like 2021 and even a little bit in 2022. And now Jupiter has joined Taurus. There's the North Node in Taurus. So there's just a lot of activity in your sign. Personal growth, personal developments, breakthroughs, and a kind of epiphanies coming through about who you are and all of that. So because Venus is now in Leo in your 4th house of home and family, there can be some conflicts regarding you and your family members, or it can be maybe some difficulties with children. Some unexpected developments might happen with you. Maybe you're a little bit busier, or you don't have as much time to be nourishing other people. So you might find that your children or your family is getting a little bit more independent, and that can be, for some people, they like that because it gives them more room to be themselves. But at the same time, there's a little bit of a sadness when the people you care about, they start becoming more independent. I don't know, I guess it's personal. It's quite subjective how you're going to feel this particular aspect. But regardless, there can be a slight feeling of stress or tension. There can also be some unexpected responsibilities you have for yourself, and you're dealing with that. But at the same time, Venus in the 4th house is quite pleasant. Whenever you do spend time with yourself, and when you're kind of in your own space, in your own bubble with the people close to you and all of that, even though time might be a bit of a limit, you're still enjoying the time that you do have. So yes, feeling very grateful. On the 3rd, we have a full moon, and this one is across Cancer and Capricorn. So the moon is in Capricorn and the sun is in Cancer, and this is affecting your 3rd house and your 9th house. This can be about traveling abroad or wanting to go abroad. Maybe some of you dealing with visa situations. This indicates that you're putting in the effort, you're using whatever information you have, maybe submitting your documents or something like that, and it is a nice likelihood that you're going to get something very nice in return. Maybe a positive news comes around as a result of this. This can also indicate that you are looking at your perspective and your worldview as well. What are your belief systems? What do you hold very close to you? Or is there something that that can be adjusted or adapted to what you have learned in the past couple of 1.5 years or 2 years even? How has your life and reality been shifted? And what I really like about this one for you is because 9th house is the house of manifestation. So when you realize your belief system, you're able to manifest more authentic to who you are. You're making more accurate statements because you understand your subconscious mind for one, and also how you see yourself in the world and how you see the world interacting with you as well. So it's very rich whenever it is the ninth house, and your thought process and your mindset is going to be positively shifted as a result of this, or that comes into focus, and then it is up to you how you want to take the direction. Now, on the 9th of July, we have Mercury in Cancer trining with Neptune in Pisces, which is a very nice, feel-good type of moment. This is happening across your 3rd house and your 11th house. So this is spending time with friends. If you're really close friends with your sibling even, very nice communication with them, any feminine members in your life, that is going to be highly blessed. Lots of harmony going on. I think positive thinking, it gets you closer to your goals, and you're setting plans that are closest to your heart. You just feel good doing all of these things. So you're making sure to make that a stronger part of your life, at least in that particular weekend. Then on the 10th, we have an opposition between Mercury in Cancer and Pluto in Capricorn. Now, Pluto is still retrograde here, so that means that we are being empowered by ourselves. We have to decide how we take things, and Pluto is not going to make the changes externally. The empowerment we get is going to come from inside us. It's not something that other people can speak, because only we can understand who we really are and what would really work for ourselves. So I kind of like this opposition, because again, it lights up how you think and how you perceive the world as well. And when those things are shifting and changing, there's just such a beautiful scope of expansion. And of course, is making a trine energy with your sign. Capricorn is a fellow earth sign, so the things that are going on there, even if they're changes, they're really benefiting you, and you can see that it creates more harmony in your life. And I also adore that Cancer is at a sextile to Taurus. So again, that opportunity is there that comes from your environment, your experience as well. So I am liking this opposition for you guys. Then the same day, we have Mars moving from Leo into Virgo. So the square aspect is over, and now Virgo is going to be another trine that's happening on that same day. So if you have any ongoing problems regarding home or children or your childhood, you can see some positive developments that bring you joy, comfort, and some understanding and space for you in order to deal with it even more easily. And there can be even like resolutions. Okay, now let's talk about the Mars thing a little bit more, because it's moving into Virgo. There can be an intense desire or an instinctual desire to work on your health, routines, fitness, or even maintaining your schedule, decluttering things, organizing your space, and also looking at your craftsmanship. Maybe you're focusing more on the work that you do, if it is creative in nature or something creative that you actually enjoy. You want to be improving at that. Let's say you're into pottery, you want to make sure that you're doing much better each and every time. So the growth mindset is just very strong with Mars over here. And in Leo, it was all about that confidence and bravado, and it can be, brash as well. It's out loud and out there and just showcasing that here I am, this is me, and that's that. But in Virgo, it takes on a little bit of a sober tone, and because it's another trine aspect with you, this is going to help you understand the Mars and Leo phase a lot better. So last month, the instincts and the drives and all of that were going on, or the activity that was going on around your home and family, you put that into more of a context starting from the 10th. And the same day, that as soon as Mars moves into Virgo, it is trining with the North Node in your sign. So this can be personal epiphanies and understanding. There can be resolution with something you've been trying for some time. There can be some blessings that come in resulting from your karma, your manifestations in the last 1.5 years. So that brings in some nice openings, very nice opportunities as well for you to explore. The next day, we have Mercury moving from Cancer into Leo. So our conversation is going to be more, confident, and we can be out there. We can express ourselves better. And perhaps there is this need for, expressing yourself more creatively. And you're like, yes, I'm going to do this, and that's that. The same day, we have Mercury squaring with the North Node in your sign. So that there is a sense of, let's express that inherent creativity, inherent intelligence. What is your style? What's your vibe? Express all of that. I think you feel this from an inside out type of perspective. From now on, I make myself a promise that I'm going to do this, and it can feel like a little bit of a challenge, but it is a good kind of challenge. Like, I promise I'm going to draw every day. Okay, and yes, that might be a tall order. Maybe that doesn't happen, but you're very serious about that, and when you set your mind to something, you will do it. Okay, you're a fixed sign. Leo is a fixed sign, so if you want to achieve something, you will do that. Okay, now on the 12th, we have the North Node finally moving out of your sign and into Aries. Okay, so you and Scorpio are going to get a bit of a break. Okay, more time to rest and recuperate. That's what you're looking at now. There's a lot of personal development that has happened. People coming in, people leaving, people, changes in other people's lives that you have been witnessing, and you at the same time are going through so many changes as well. So much has happened in the last 1.5 to 2 years. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm feeling the other side of the situation, right? But I'm happy about this bit of break that's coming in. The North Node, as it moves into Aries, we bring into focus your 12th house. So this is a time when, actually the time is, well, to be more accurate, the coming 1.5 years is going to be about you focusing on or finding more peace and growth in your life through the 12th house topics of dreams, illusions, imagination, letting go, surrendering of any pressure and limitations and all of that, relying more on the unknown or trusting the unknown. Can be a bit of a difficult situation for an earth sign, especially, a fixed sign as well, that, just let go, surrender, and let things happen, right? So yes, that's going to be a bit of a lesson, and meditation and mindfulness, that can be something that you choose to work on. And Aries is all about taking proactive action. So taking initiative and making something happen, more of that fire energy can be coming in. And whatever is in our 12th houses, it doesn't mean that we're not that. It's just that we imagine we can't do it, okay, or that it's too much, and I just want to avoid that house or avoid that situation. So you would rather not be aggressive. You would rather not be, a risk taking. You want that stability. You're an earth sign. You want that stability, that assuredness, that guarantee, and all of that, right? Meanwhile, 12th house Aries is like, well, that might not always be a given, but we got to take some chances anyway if certain things are worth it. And the things that are going to be worth it for you would be you, okay, where you want to be going, your goals and your ambition, and what are you pursuing. There can be some things that you're letting go of pursuing because it's just not relevant for you anymore. Your focus is shifting, but at the same time, you're adopting new things to pursue on, which bring you more fulfillment. All right, next we move on to the 17th. We have a new moon in Cancer that's again lighting up your 3rd house. So that means there's a new beginning in the way that you see the world, your perspective about your community. Maybe you're learning a new language as well, or if you already have been, you see that you're starting a new chapter or a new phase. You're more confident in communicating with people around you. This can even indicate you're making some travel plans, some new ideas coming in. Maybe you see some recommendations on social media, and that's just very exciting for you. Maybe you just have to try it out. There are a variety of things that can be new communication as well that is associated with this. Next, on the same day, we have Mercury in Leo in your 4th house squaring with Jupiter in your sign. So again, Jupiter squares, Venus squares, I'm not always too worried about that, even if it's a square to your sign or whatever, because they still have that the nugget of gold. You might feel in that time like, oh, it's too much. Like, you might have a lot of things going on, but you might have to maybe sign some applications at home for your kids, or you have to take care of whatever obligations you have at home and family, but you just have a lot of things going on. Maybe you've learned a lot, you've grown a lot, and that can even contrast with the way that you have communicated while you were growing up even. Okay, you've learned a lot. Your awareness has significantly increased in the past couple years now, but that might put you at odds with what you have always known or always been told that this is just as this is. So there's that bit of a challenge that can come in here. Okay. But at the same time, it means that you're breaking free of mental limitations that have always been ongoing. And you recognize that, okay, these are the limitations. I'm not going to give into that anymore. I'm going to take the initiative, cut this off, and move on onto a better way of thinking. And that does not mean you're leaving people behind necessarily. That it does not have to be that drastic. It's just that the realization is enough. On the 20th, we have another trine. The sun is in Cancer, and that's harmoniously engaging with Neptune in Pisces, and Neptune is retrograde at this time. So we have this realistic imagination, realistic creativity. It's not rose-colored glasses, it's not rainbows and sunshine and ponies and whatnot, right? So we can really trust our feelings and intuition on whatever this aspect will bring for you. It is likely going to be some good news you receive, again, from your friends. There can be some positive developments that they're going through, and that makes you happy. But it can be your siblings as well, especially if you have an elder, feminine type of sibling, then, you know, that can be, there can be some important developments in their lives there. But apart from that, you could be very happy because things are significantly proceeding ahead, and you can kind of see a little bit clearly. You can see that your mindset shift is literally affecting the way that you engage with people, or the way that you speak is going to change the community, the network you're building, right? New place, new language, new people, and you're feeling more at home on this day. Same day, we have Mars in Virgo, which is that 5th house of yours of creativity and children, childhood, and that is right opposite Saturn in Pisces, and Saturn is retrograde at this time. So there are some restructuring that's going on regarding your hopes and ambitions, not ambitions, but aspirations rather. And you might be putting a lot of fuel in your fun time, in your entertainment, or even romance and creativity, right? And this is a time where you can find a very nice balance, actually. Okay. Somehow this is making things a little bit more fluid because Saturn is not so rigid over there, and Mars is an immutable sign. Both of them are immutable signs. So it's kind of like, yes, we can adapt, we can, connect, and we can adjust a little bit so that we can meet our aspirations. Okay. So goals kind of seem nearer, even though you know that some things need to change or need to be worked on. It's fine. On the 22nd, we have an opposition again, but this one is between the Sun in Cancer with Pluto in Capricorn. And like I mentioned, Pluto is in retrograde. So again, changes are coming in, but the empowerment is happening from your mindset. Okay, your mindset, your 3rd house is absolutely lit this entire month. And yes, there's a lot of power you can gain from you. You can even earn your respect from your authority figures as well. But you're the one who's driving that situation ahead. So you have a lot of power in your hands. Okay, and the same day we have the Sun squaring with the North Node in your sign, of course. Sorry, not in your sign. It has just moved into Aries, so it's still at that very bridge, right? So it is still able to square. So this indicates that this is talking about some important information that you learn that is like, oh yes, I can do this, to relax. An idea, that a way of thinking perhaps, such that you can let go of ongoing commitments and take 5 minutes off. This is especially true if you struggle with meditation. You're like, it's too random, like nothing happens or whatever. This can really bring in some, insights or guidance that works, and you might be pleasantly surprised. On the 23rd, we have the Sun moving into Leo, and the same day, Venus in Leo turns retrograde. So yes, Leo season has begun, but it's a little bit of a different flavor than perhaps Leos are used to, or you might be used to having July be. Okay, so this brings focus into your home. And because Venus is retro here, you could be decluttering things, or maybe you're recognizing that certain style that you've had for a long time. You're like, yeah, I'm over that. And you might be renovating or refurnishing or something like that, where you're showcasing that yes, your style has changed and this is what I am now, or this is how it has changed here. So removing old photographs, maybe putting on new ones, or changing the way that you display photographs or paintings or whatever, right? You might be doing all of those things in the coming month. And Venus in Leo retro can also mean, how do you unwind? How do you spend time with your family? And what exactly do you value within that? Maybe there's something to gain regarding your ancestry as well. With Venus retro, it kind of unearths inherited items, and also secrets or knowledge about love. How have people loved? What have people loved to do in your family? Things like that can come up here, and they could be creative in nature, and they could be related with children, fertility as well. The same day we have a square of Mercury in Leo with Uranus in Taurus. So yes, some communication can happen, which is either unpredictable or surprising. It can be unexpected plans as well, that you have to kind of let go of some of your personal obligations so that you can go tend to your family, something like that. Or surprise offers regarding homes and reconsiderations. Even you're like, maybe you're going for a house and then you realize that no, it's maybe not what I'm looking for, and you're like, okay, nope, I gotta pull out. I don't want to put an offer on this one, something like that. Okay, 27th, we have Mercury and Venus meeting in Leo, and Venus is retro. So we learn something about what love means to us, and this is a very personal house for you. So you're going to feel this internally. Maybe you can't voice it yet, but there are some changes that are happening within you of how you associate with your kids, or if you have any, or with your romantic life, maybe how important it is. Perhaps it was exaggerated before, or it was very suppressed before, and now it needs to showcase itself as it is, or there's like new realizations related to all of that. And then on the 28th, we have an aspect between Mercury in Leo, which trines with the North Node in your sign, in your 12th house. So this is going to bring into focus your 12th house and your 4th house. So your private houses, your internal houses are again being brought into focus here, where you get a lot of clarity from inside out. There's a lot of motivation and inspiration that comes in from the deep down. Your dreams can have some symbolism, or you feel like you want to improve your sleep state, your meditative state, and you want to learn some new things regarding your spiritual world, or your family life, and some healing can happen over here. Some clarity or support can come in through your children or through your family as well. Right after this aspect, we have Mercury moving into Virgo from Leo. So now the mental focus is shifting in your 5th house, and this is about your self-expression. How do you showcase your creativity? How do you connect with your children? And Mercury in Virgo is quite strong. It is the ruler here. So there's an analytical approach that you're going to enjoy. Perhaps you organize for fun, or you're really good at, interior decoration, organization, all about efficiency and management and things like that could come up here, that you enjoy doing regarding just about anything. It doesn't have to be a profession. Also, you might feel like working on healing modalities could become something that you enjoy. Perhaps reading about things, especially something a little bit more serious, can bring you some peace or some enjoyment in your free time. The way that you're connecting with other people through dates, your romantic life, this can be that you're attracting or manifesting someone who's loyal and dedicated just like you, but also is able to show you a different side by engaging you in kind of their perspective and their hobbies and all of that. And that can be quite exciting because it's at a favorable aspect to you. So that's what I have for you. Thank you for being here. I really hope you enjoyed and that the messages help you out throughout the month. Stay tuned for the tarot reading for your zodiac sign as well. I will be uploading them soon. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified whenever that's up. And if you enjoyed the reading, please do like and comment your thoughts if you have any. It will be really lovely to hear back from you, and it really helps the channel grow as well. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.